Hey everybody, welcome to episode 148 of the Rise or Die podcast. $1 million, still scared to act. It's kind of a funny title, but it's a true story. So I was just on the phone with a prospect the other day. Somebody that I've talked to way back, so this is August. I talked to him originally in February, again in April, again in May, now in August, and now he wants to talk in October. So here's the deal. This guy's making about $1 million. His company, I should say. He's making a good amount of money, but that's in his company, that's not him personally. So when I started talking to this guy originally, we had talked about doing some consulting work. Why? Because he's not making nearly as much as he should. He has a phenomenal business model, great idea for to really help small, medium businesses, yet he's not growing the way that he wants. He's taking $85,000 a month, it's roughly $1 million, and he's putting almost every penny into AdWords, basically Google pay-per-click advertising. Okay, that's fine, but when something isn't working, you need to change. If something isn't working well enough, you need to optimize. So we've been going back and forth about optimizing his sales and lead generation for months. The first time in February it was, okay, how about we talk in 3 months, I don't have the cash. And then we talked 1 month later after that. Then 3 months after that. So finally I just had a very frank conversation with him. It was basically, dude, you have the money, you're making changes in these areas that you're comfortable with. You know you need to make a change here, but you're simply unwilling to. You are unwilling to do what you know you must. There doesn't need to be, let me back up. He made the comment, I need a plan in place. You've had multiple plans submitted to you that you actually agreed with and said, okay, let's do it in 2 months. You've had multiple courses of action tailored to fit your needs. You've said yes multiple times, but you're delaying because you're out of your comfort zone. You're delaying because you want to keep doing what you're doing instead of changing shit to actually get the results that you essentially demand. I'm even putting in guarantees and saying, hey, if you don't hit these benchmarks, guess what? You can tell me to screw off. This isn't a complaint about a sales call. Not at all. This guy is not ready to work with anybody because he's not ready for change. I don't take it personally whatsoever. I'm very good at what I do. We have a lot of leads. So be it. But it illustrates the point that it doesn't matter how much money you do or don't have. It doesn't matter what your situation is. You have to be willing to act. You have to be willing to risk. You have to be willing to take a stand for what you know you must do. It doesn't matter the risk. It doesn't matter the cost. If you know you must, then do it. Act. So the conversation ended with me telling the guy very professionally and politely, look, you're not a fit. I work with people that are decisive and willing to make big shit happen in small amounts of time. That's not you. If that change is cool, let's talk at that time. And if you display those qualities, those traits, let's do it. I know if he and I were to work together, we'd want to strangle each other. But this lesson applies to all of us. We all refuse to act. We all refuse to do what we know we must. This isn't just about business. Although, let's apply it there. So, do you need to quit your job? You know that it's the best thing that you can do for you and your family, but it's risky. So you've been sitting and thinking about it for 2 years. Maybe even longer. Are you ready to ask your girlfriend to marry you, but you don't have the balls to actually sack up and ask because of the risk and the change required? Do you know you need to go to church, but you're refusing to? Do you know that you need to get up at 4 or 5 a.m., go for a run, put down the spoon when you're actually full, and make change in your life? Guys, I'm not trying to beat you up at all. I'm trying to illustrate a point. A guy has $1 million. He's still refusing to change things. Here's the funny part. I wasn't even proposing to this guy that he adds more expense to his bills. I was saying, hey, how about you replace some of those expenses? We'll get you on the right track. Here's the guarantees. But it required him to be uncomfortable. It required him to move faster than he was willing to. So now he's stuck with a business that he's not actually making any money because he's pouring every single dime that he can into building something that isn't growing at a scalable or profitable rate. Where is it in your life that you're refusing to act? Where you're refusing to move at the speed that you know you must, and even worse yet, you know you can, but you're saying no. Where is that area across body, being, balance, and business, and what are you going to do about it in the next 24 to 48 hours? That's it for episode 148. As always, if you're on iTunes, give us a quick review. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. That's how we'll get the Rise or Die movement out to as many people as possible. Talk to you tomorrow.